Okay, so in this video, we pretty much have done what we need to do. We've created our motion path on a point layer. We've parented the motion path to this car, the race car. We've also adjusted some of the functions of the race car here right in the race car layer. For example, we adjusted the rotation. Okay, and we also created a mask. If we go back to the editor layer, we created a mask by using the original race track layer on top. Then, of course, drawing a mask on that layer using the pen tool. Here, let's bring this up. On this layer here, we've created a mask, and if you look down in here where it says masks, you can see that it's there right there. So you can see that I've added that layer mask, and what that does is it'll preserve this part of that photo on top of the other layers, but it'll erase all this other, so it only preserves where you drew the mask. And so then underneath you're going to see the racetrack from the other layer, so it gives the illusion of going under the overpass here, and then by the time it gets here it's completely transparent, so you can't see the mask anymore, and then you can see it driving over. Okay, so you watch this and you go, you know, that's really cool how you can do all this stuff. It's kind of magic, right? Seems like it anyway. Well, looks great, but something's missing. And if you think you need audio, that's pretty easy in this program to bring in. So let's click back on our media clip spin here, and this is where audio is going to come in. And what I did was I went to a website called freesoundeffects.com. Here you can download these for free. They're royalty free. You don't have to get permission to use them. And I found these audience clips from car race, and I found this car race clip that I thought would work well. So I went ahead and downloaded the mp3, okay, and I put it in my folder. So if you go over to my folder here, Motion Path Project, you're going to see I downloaded the mp3 right here. So all I have to do now is go in here to import under the media tab in my clips bin, and just choose import. Click the arrow here, choose media, and find that audio clip. Here it is right here. Click there, click open, and there it is. So now I can take this clip and bring it down to my audio track here, and it almost lines up just about perfect here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rate stretch tool now, and hopefully the rate stretch tool will apply to the opacity as well, and just match it up to the audio clip here, and see how that matches up. So let's take a listen. So there you see the car. And unfortunately it fades out at the end, but we can fix that simply by, let's grab our selection tool, not the rate stretch tool. We want to actually grab the selection so we can eliminate the silence here. And then we'll grab the rate stretch tool for the video clips, so we maintain the positions of our effects as well. Theoretically, we'll see how it works out. So now I can drag this to the end. Drag this. I'm using the rate stretch tool on the video clips, but on the audio I just used the selection tool so I could get rid of the silence at the end. So when I loop it, it'll be a continuous sound. Okay, and it still kind of fades out at the end there. So what I could do is I could bring that in even more, I guess, and speed it up. So maybe to about right there. Now grab the rate stretch tool Do the same thing with this one. I can actually hold down shift probably and do them both. Oh, maybe not. Maybe control. Yeah, if you hold down control, you can select them both and do it all at once. So that'll save you a little time. And there, boom, it matches up. And now we should hear no fade out from the audio. Okay, that sounded pretty good. So that could be my loop shot. Make sure it looks okay, of course. Let's do it one more time. Make sure that the opacity and everything's pretty much stayed the same. So again, to eliminate the silence at the end of the audio, I used the selection tool to just drag the clip to make it shorter. Now these clips I wanted to maintain my editing points, so I had to use the rate stretch tool, so that would move all the data together with it. So make sure if you're shortening your video clip to match your audio, that especially after you've done all your keyframing, you want to use the rate stretch tool so it maintains all of your video and moves all your editing points together with the shortening of the video length. So once you're done with that, you're pretty much finished. You can adjust the audio here as well. So if we go down to the audio track and go to controls here, up above the clip spin, you can mainly just adjust the level here. So I'll bring that down from 0 to about, maybe bring it down a decibel or two, maybe 1.6 decibels. Click the keyframe. Just make sure you're at the beginning of your timeline as well. And now I've reduced the volume by 1.6 decibels, and that should avoid any clipping when you go to play it out in your video player. You can see here, over here on the right, we're not even hitting 0 there, so we're good. We're within the range of not clipping. So once you're done with that, then it's time to export. So we're going to go ahead and export this. So you go to again, we're in the editor timeline here. You go to export, click the word export there in the top right of the editor timeline. You're already set up for an mp4. So here you can export it out. This is project 6, so you're going to go 6- your last name, right? This is the one you're going to attach to an email that you're going to send me. And we'll just go ahead and put that in our motion path folder. 6- your last name, mp4, good to go. Click export, and you just wait for it it says starting in the queue, and it automatically does everything else for you. So that's really cool. I like that about HitFilm Express. Usually takes about a minute or two if it's a short video. And mine ended up being 6 minutes, 6 seconds, 8 frames, which is fine. Okay, so once that's done, then we can check it out. And it should be here in our folder here. And here's 6-Acker. So I'll right click on it, and let's try opening it with VLC Player and see how VLC handles it. I just downloaded VLC, so I'm really getting to enjoy that. And there you go. There's my movie, and it loops pretty smoothly. There is a little stop here at the end. But overall, it's not too bad.